Well, hi everybody, Nate Knapper here, and as you can see, we are on location today in the heart of the nation's capital, filming in Washington, D.C., right outside the U.S. Supreme Court building. And we thought that this would be the perfect location, especially since the building is currently under construction, to introduce you to our annual year-end giving campaign, Close the Gap. It's back in 2025, and once again, we've adopted a theme for this year's campaign, and that theme is Justice at Scale. As many of you know, at TJP, we are seeking to assemble a national justice delivery system that is capable of extending access to justice to every human trafficking survivor everywhere. And that is a mission that is large in scale. And just like the original construction of the building behind me, it was never a mission that was going to be completed in a single year or even a couple of years. Rather, it is a mission that we collectively continue to build toward over time. And it is in that spirit that we invite you into this year's campaign. You can think of it like a construction site survey, where you enter into the site, you survey the progress that's been made to date, all the while understanding that the construction process remains ongoing. And I'm confident that as you review the results that have been achieved in the course of 2025, that you're going to be very happy with what you see. The system that we are constructing to deliver justice at scale is based on a blueprint. And according to that blueprint, survivors are at the foundation of the build. In 2025, we fielded 170 unique human trafficking survivor referrals. That is, once again, our highest annual referral count to date. That number just climbs higher and higher every single year that we operate. And it is those clients and their stories and their legal needs that are at the bedrock level of everything that we do at TJP. And it is their fight to ascend to higher and higher levels of freedom that inspires and compels us to keep scaling our work upward. And as you can so clearly see behind me, when you are seeking to scale a structure, you're going to need some scaffolding. And as you look up from the foundation of TJP, that is exactly what you are going to see. And this scaffolding is represented by two interconnected networks that operate in tandem to help make our work possible. The first network is our Legal First Responders Network. These are our volunteer lawyers, and in 2025, through our Advocate initiative, we added an additional 45 attorneys to this network for an overall total of 325 volunteer lawyers in 30+ states across America. And the only reason that we are able to continue doing our work at TJP is because of the density of legal volunteerism that continues to increase across America. And this is especially true in 2025 because of the very high number of referrals that we received that invoked legal issues that spanned both state and jurisdictional boundaries. And so a broad-based Legal First Responders network is an essential component for the scaffolding of justice at scale. The second network that TJP operates is the Survivor Referral Network. These are our service providers and the law enforcement agencies and the local task forces with whom we engage through our Educate initiative. As we attend and co-sponsor events and conduct media interviews and engage online, we forge relationships and partnerships with these organizations, which then begin referring us potential clients. And in 2025, we know that our public education efforts continued to resonate across the country because of the very high number of referrals that we received from outside our home state of Michigan. Places like California and New York, Texas and Florida, Ohio, Missouri, and a variety of other states across America as well. And so, when you have the Legal First Responders Network operating in tandem with the Survivor Referral Network, survivors are identified, they are referred for service, and they're connected to lawyers who can help them thrive. That is the essential scaffolding for justice at scale. But of course, no construction project can progress without active supply lines. The reality is that a system of this scale can only be maintained through ongoing support. And at TJP, our donors are those supply lines. And I should say up front that we are very blessed to have an incredibly generous base of donor support that includes individuals and businesses, nonprofits and churches and many others who have made the decision to invest in this mission. And for that generosity, I want to say from the bottom of our hearts how thankful we are to you. Every donation that comes through is noticed and it's appreciated. And I want you to know that we recognize that we never could have made it through the last 7 years of service without your support. I also want to let you know that there are some significant opportunities ahead of us in order to supercharge this construction project. We are evaluating certain strategic partnerships and emerging technologies that I believe will help us scale our mission higher than we've ever gone before in the months and years ahead. But in order to capitalize on those opportunities, it is going to take the expansion of those supply lines. So with that blueprint set forth, the big idea that I want you to take away from this year's Close the Gap campaign is that justice at scale is not just aspirational, it's essential. In 2025, two realities became undeniably clear to us at TJP. First, survivors are located everywhere. And second, their legal needs are very often cross-jurisdictional and complex. And because those things are true, any justice delivery system that purports to serve them must account for those two realities. And it follows from there that the only logical solution to the problem of the justice gap is a national justice delivery system. And the justice gap is the gap that we are seeking to close. And we can only do it with your support. So as you conduct your own site survey and review the information that we release throughout the course of the month, we hope that you will be inspired to partner with us in this mission. If you're an attorney, volunteer with us, make the decision to join the Legal First Responders Network and help a survivor in need. I'm confident that you'll be happy that you made that choice. And if you're in a position to do so, consider making a financial contribution to help us expand those supply lines and reach more survivors than ever before with our services. It's such an important mission to be a part of. First, for the survivors who receive these services, the view from the top of this superstructure after they have ascended above their legal obstacles is beautiful and it's life-changing, and I've seen it over and over in the course of our work. And for TJP itself, I believe that much like the Supreme Court, our organization has the capacity to become a strong and enduring symbol of our national ideal of justice that we all understand is so vitally important to our social fabric. So it's important for survivors, it's important for society, and for those reasons, I believe it's a very worthy investment to make. So with that said, we want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It truly is the best time of the year. We hope that you'll take some time to disconnect and enjoy at least some of it with your family, because that's where some of the best and most lasting memories are made. So thank you once again for everything that you do for TJP. We're going to see you again in 2026, but let's keep building, let's close the gap, and let's deliver justice at scale.